shades on today.
We missed you guys.
Yours are really interesting. We did. We missed everybody. We had such an awesome time at FETC, but it was weird not seeing the kiddos. This week's been awesome because we've got to try a lot of the new things that we've been learning about. One of them that we started out this week with is Seesaw. So your kids have probably shown you, if they haven't, ask them to see it tonight. Seesaw is an online journal where they can keep record of all of their learning. It's really awesome, and I've had a few kids that have been using it in place of their reader response journals this week, and it has been great. So what I'm going to be doing in this week's Tuesday folders is I'm going to be sending home information about how you guys can get accounts so that you can interact with your kids on their learning journals too. So be on the lookout for that, and let me know if you need any help with getting signed up or anything. It's going to be really cool at the end of the year to see how they've grown and progressed even just since January. So the kids are loving it already. They're going to be putting up some math problems and stuff too. So it's going to have all subject areas. So what have you guys been up to this week?
In math, we did our Chapter 9 test, which was on decimals and fractions and hundredths and tenths and converting and going back. And now we're moving on to geometry, doing angles and two-dimensional shapes, really, because we're getting into triangles, and then we'll get into squares and parallelograms and rectangles, all that kind of good stuff. In science, we're still working on matter. We just took we went over the quiz 1 because a lot of the students, they didn't do complete sentences. They didn't, capitalize all the things that we remind you to do. And when the sub's there, the sub doesn't do that. And so we're going to go through that again, and we're going to redo that. We did lesson 2 today, and things were a lot better in lesson 2 now that I reminded them, okay, this is how we answer the questions. So that's what we've been doing.
That's awesome. Like I said in reading, we started working on doing our journals online, and then we finished up today talking about theme. We had our test today. Your kids did awesome. We also, in social studies, took our test yesterday on the Civil War and Reconstruction. We used BrainPop Make-A-Map to create a concept map all about Reconstruction. So not only should you ask your kids about Seesaw, but ask them about the map that they created and see if you can log in and check that out, because they are really awesome. You guys have been using that too. So those are just a few of the many awesome things that we've been learning about. Oh, you want to tell them about Prodigy?
Yeah, there's a new game that is a math game. It's called Prodigy. It's kind of, if you've ever played Zelda, it kind of reminds you of Zelda. You're like this little wizard, and you're going around, and you battle people, and you have to save people. And when you battle, each spell that you cast, you have to get a math problem correct in order to cast a spell. If you get it wrong, then you miss the person. You have hearts, and if you want to heal yourself, you have to go to the healing stone, and then you have to answer questions there. So it's a lot of math stuff. It's not them just in the virtual world running around, battling people. It's actual math. And it's just like a video game because the beginning of the game is very easy, and then as they progress, it gets harder and harder and harder. So it challenges them on all the state standards that we've been working on. So it's a great review, but it's also good challenge work because some of the things they worked on we haven't covered yet, and now I can obviously see that's one of the strategies that we haven't covered, so that's okay, but one of the ones that we've covered, we're going to go review again.
That's awesome. Well, and I just want to kind of catch up with you guys a little bit about reading and just some of my expectations. Just know that your kids are writing down their homework every night, and they may be writing down, Study Island or vocab or whatever. I am not writing on the Emoto schedule that the independent reading that is assumed that they are doing that. So I'm not going to have them write that every single day because the kids are expected to read 100 minutes every week. So that is always assumed homework. That is a non-negotiable. Whatever their schedule is how it will work. So just know that is still my expectation. And then Mr. O'Keefe, your homeroom, you guys won the Achieve 3000 party like a million years ago. Finally got the gift card to buy the supplies. So this coming Friday, we're going to be having our Achieve 3000 ice cream party. I'm really excited about that. So there's a ton of information on this week's newsletter, we know, but it is all very important, so make sure you check that out. And make sure you check out the little video that I've posted below about growth mindset. This is kind of an initiative that our school is going through this year, and we talked a little bit with your kids this week about it, and there are some parent discussion questions that you guys can talk with your kids as well. So check that out, and make sure you send in the weekly word, and we'll see you guys